think that you have to take some of that emotional factor out of it and say, you know, what's going to be the best thing for me going forward?
I don't know if it's just because I work in the factory, but I don't agree with some of the things you've said. Of course, I do understand that the director of the company might want to make more and more profit. The more he makes, the better it is. But Ford has already started to lose money with this sort of reasoning.
Geraldo wasn't the only car worker laid off in 1999, but he was one of the lucky ones. He got his job back. His friend Bulldog wasn't so lucky. He's been out of work since then, and his world has collapsed.
There's some beans, some oil, some salt, a few tomatoes.
There is no more God because...
You are one of the 2,800 workers that were forced to leave Ford. In 1998, you were one of us, remember?
I was a good worker. I never took leave. I was not expecting to be fired.
And how are you dealing with unemployment since then? How have you lived?
It was very difficult. You see, it was so difficult that my wife left with my son. She said, I'm not going to stay in São Paulo. You unemployed? Me unemployed? We can't find anything. I'm leaving. I'm all alone in this empty house without furniture. I feel lost here. Every time I think of them, I miss them so much.
Even if you leave a company, even if it shuts down, you should keep on believing and fighting so that other people, so that your sons may one day become part of a company and work. Because a country that has no production is a dead country, a country with no motivation. What I would like to know is how other workers cope in other countries. What are their salaries? And how do the automobile factories work over there?
In 2001 and 2, Ford, which employs almost 350,000 people in 40 countries, announced a plan to lay off 35,000 workers around the world. Geraldo was again left wondering if there was any future for him in the car industry. His new contract expires in 2006. He's not alone. Ford car workers in America are also worrying about an uncertain future.
This is a factory that is located 15 miles from where we are. We asked permission to go into the factory. They said no. We asked to talk to Ford executives. They said no. So we snuck into the parking lot at the shift change to talk to the workers.
Hi, Geraldo. This is Bob Levy. I work for the Edison Assembly Plant. I'm here with my F-150. The history of our plant, we've been here since 1948, and it certainly looks as though we're going to close down in 2004. All of the workers here will probably have a new destination, whether it be retirement or relocation to another plant, but we will have options.
A lot of the morale around here has kind of been flushed down the toilet with no profit sharing and with, you know, they're saying that our plant's going to close down, and people aren't excited to come to work, and people don't really want to go the extra mile that a normal employee would when the company stands behind them.
I think it makes sense that when an employee knows that his factory will shut down, he finds there is no longer any point in staying except to take his things and leave. But I think that you should keep fighting until the doors close for good.
In Europe, car workers have faced many of the same uncertainties in the past. For Geraldo, it's a chance to find out how their pay compares.
My name is Paillet Jean-Jacques.
It's a pleasure meeting you. My name is Geraldo and I work for Ford.
Well, I work for Peugeot in Poissy. I started working for Peugeot in 1968.
I was 8 years old when you started working at Peugeot.
Geraldo, I'll show you some pictures from my factory if you want.
Oh, yes, I would like to see them.
Okay, so this is the factory entrance. That's inside the factory. And that, well, that's me. That's a friend.